afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of Grandstand, the final edition, and covering racing from all around Australia today. The first event from Moonee Valley coming up at 12 o'clock. Let's quickly take a look at the approximates as they move in. And
set to go, and they're off and running. And they've come out in a pretty good line too. Over on the inside, Sayuga, Believable, Caledonian, Concord jumped away quickly. Getting up on the inside is Double Again as they go down towards the first now. Believable, Double Again lead from Sayuga, quickly going to the rail. Caledonian, Concord further out with Zealand Grey, and down the line went down. Down the line has dropped the rider there at the second hurdle. And as they go into the back, and Double Again got out by 3 lengths to Caledonian, Concord, a length and a half. Believable, Zealand Grey 3 deep. A neck over on the inside, Sayuga a half, then to Haven Court from Gladerick a length away. 1.5 further back in the field, Murrah, and a long gap to Diomedes about 8 lengths away, and the riderless horse chasing them down the line. At the hurdle over at the 1,000, and the leader took off early but got away with it. At the 1,000-metre mark on the first round, Double Again out 3 lengths in front. Second place in Caledonian Concord, 3 to Haven Court, 2 to Believable. A neck fifth on the outside, Zealand Grey a length and a half, then to Gladerick on the outside of Sayuga, 3 to Murrah, and 15 lengths to Diomedes. So Double coming up, coming down the side of the 750 on the first trip around, and the leader Double Again clipped the top of it but landed 4 lengths in front. Caledonian Concord second, 4 lengths to Haven Court, 3 to Believable, a length then to Zealand Grey. Gladerick moving up on the outside, improving his position quickly, raced up the fourth. 2 lengths behind them is Sayuga, and the leader went down. Double Again went down at that hurdle along the side. The leader crashed. Double Again, the horse on his feet, the rider about to get to his feet now, and Caledonian Concord left in front, and with about 2,100 metres to go, he came around the turn about 3 lengths in front of Haven Court. A length into Gladerick has gone up third, 2 further back Believable. Outside him Zealand Grey, 2 then to Murrah. On the outside of Sayuga, and 8 lengths last of all to Diomedes. Here's the hurdle in front of the stands, and Caledonian Concord with a handy lead. Pricked up his ears, jumped it high, but got away with it. 3 in front. Of on the inside, Haven Court, and Acton at Glenerick is moving up quickly third. 2 lengths Believable, 2 to Zealand Grey. On the inside of it, Sayuga. Murrah pulled to the outside, starting to improve, about 6 off the lead, and a long gap to Diomedes. Back from where they've started, going to the 1,600 metre mark, and it's Caledonian Concord, inclined to roll off the rail, about a length and a half Haven Court. A neck the outside, Gladerick, a length Believable, a length then to Murrah. Moving up on the outside of Zealand Grey, and a half then to Sayuga, and forget Diomedes at the one at the 1,500. Over that, and they're bunching right up here. Caledonian Concord leaving the rail, running his hurdles down a little, and now Believable and Haven Court have got up on his inside. A length further back then Gladerick from Sayuga on the inside of Zealand Grey, and only 2 lengths away Murrah, and covering that division there's only 4 lengths and about 30 lengths to Diomedes. Into the back straight they race, 1,200 metres out, and on the inside Haven Court led nearly a length. Caledonian Concord ahead, Believable on the rail. A length into Gladerick being called on, 2 to Zealand Grey, Murrah and Sayuga. Over the hurdle at the 1,000 metre mark, and they jump into that one, and on the inside Believable got through. Believable got his head in front now. On the outside Haven Court, 2 to Caledonian Concord, a length into Gladerick, hard ridden the top weight. A length into Zealand Grey, a half Murrah, and then Sayuga, and forget Diomedes. 3 hurdles to get over. 800 metres out now. Believable with that rails run led. A half to Caledonian Concord, a neck further back is Gladerick to third, a length and a half Haven Court, who's a spent force from Zealand Grey. It's Believable in front, 2 hurdles out, 600 out now from Caledonian Concord. A length into Gladerick, Harnett throwing everything at the favourite, 4 lengths to Zealand Grey. Believable hit that one, got off the fence, and Gladerick's got up on his inside, and Caledonian Concord has joined in. 400 metres to go. Caledonian Concord got to the lead. A length and a half to Gladerick. Believable struggling, a gap then to Zealand Grey and Murrah, but Caledonian Concord got 2 in front around the turn. 1 hurdle to get over. He's away from the fence, but he's 2 or 3 in front now of Gladerick. Then Zealand Grey coming home well from Believable and Sayuga, but Caledonian Concord with a good lead. He comes down towards the last hurdle, comes to it, jumped it magnificently. Oh, Gladerick scrambled through it, but Caledonian Concord comes back to win the first event, wins it by 3 lengths. Zealand Grey second, a long head third Sayuga, then Murrah, further back Gladerick from Believable, then came Haven Court and Diomedes. Just cantering up to the home turn now. There's a long way behind them. 2 to come to grief with Double Again. Coming up to the hurdle at the 400 metre mark on the first round. And down the line was the first one to go. Went to the second hurdle shortly after the start.
And the track is heavy today at Moonee Valley, the weather fine, and the penetrometer 5.16. Now from the second, as I said, take out 5 Fayette County. The third event, the scratching, is number 2, and that is Plush Embassy. Race 4, a late scratching, number 10 Zaminoff. Number 10 Zaminoff, a late scratching, please note, in the Hiskins. Race 5, and there are no scratchings here. 6th event on the card, scratching number 13, and that is True Novel. Race 7, takeout number 4, Laurentine. Race 8, number 14, Falling Snow comes out. And from the final event on the card, the Florsheim Sunset Handicap, number 9, Hussar's Pick is the scratching. Correct weight is there in Melbourne. Weight is right in Melbourne after the running of the first event. Now, the Sydney race 1 is clear, 7 running. Race 2, takeout 17, Son of Historian, and 20, Morn Dew. The third event, takeout number 3, Love Me Tender. Race 4, the scratching is 7, Nixon. The Missile Stakes is clear. Race 6, takeout 6, Grilette. And the 7th and 8th races in Sydney this afternoon are clear of scratchings. Now they're moving into the stalls for the running of the first. Quickly, we'll take a look at the approximates just before they jump in Sydney. 70 cents. They're the ones in the betting. Let's go to Sydney now. Ian Craig for the first.
Gold Trump dwelt, missed at 3/4 of a length. Country Club first to begin. Sudden Flash joining it. Gold Trump gathering momentum, goes up to third. Followed closely by Only for Laughs, a length, Hot Block and Major Edition, and last is Triple Honour. As they gallop 350, Country Club just in front from Sudden Flash on the inside. 2.5 to Gold Trump. 2 lengths Only for Laughs, a length and a half Major Edition, Hot Block, and last is Triple Honour as they gallop to the side of the track approaching the 600, and Country Club a neck clear on Sudden Flash. 2 lengths to Gold Trump, 4 Only for Laughs, hard ridden from Hot Block. Major Edition second last, and Triple Honour's last of all as they head to the corner. And here Country Club in front from Sudden Flash, Gold Trump third and about 6 lengths away Major Edition. Around the corner, Country Club the outsiders just leading from Sudden Flash, and Gold Trump, who's had the run behind the pace, is coming at them now. Sudden Flash has given in. Country Club tackled by Gold Trump, and then Sudden Flash at the 200 metres. Country Club headed by Gold Trump, and Gold Trump has raced away now from Country Club. Major Edition out in the centre of the track. Sudden Flash has run out of gas, but it's all Gold Trump, a triumphant return. Gold Trump 2.5 lengths clear on the line from Country Club. Third Major Edition, followed home by Only for Laughs, Hot Block, and then Sudden Flash, and last in was Triple Honour.
Numbers in the first event on the card in Sydney, 2, 1 and 5, and there you can see Gold Trump getting the upper hand over the final stages. Country Club battling on the rail, but Gold Trump drawing away, and with Johnny Marshall riding hands and heels, Gold Trump number 2 coming away to win the first event on the card from number 1 Country Club, ridden by T. Phillips, and third was number 5 Major Edition, ridden by A. Cowie. Win and 80 cents for the place. Zealand Grey second, $1.65, and third was Syerga, $1.50. The Quinella, $17.35, and the Trifecta, $266.30. So they 18 and 80 cents. Second Country Club 95. Third Major Edition, no third tote dividend due to insufficient starters. Quinella $2.95, and the Trifecta $49.95.
The first to jump was Minotaur, and Kurabulka came out quickly. Flash Jewel began okay. Lily Antoinette up handy with Dirty Wilson in the early part. Turvey getting back with Something Free, Golden Boy, and River Jordan immediately drops out last. Minotaur in front of Kurabulka as they settle down 1,000 metres out. It's Minotaur 3/4 of a length in front of Kurabulka. Dirty Wilson one away third on the inside, and ahead to Lily Antoinette. One to Turvey, racing a little wide at the moment on the outside of Boston Princess. Then Golden Boy, Something Free, River Jordan one off last. 800 metres out. Minotaur and neck in front of Kurabulka, moving up a little bit closer to the favourite on the outside. In fact, she's poked her nose in front. Kurabulka leads narrowly on Minotaur. Lily Antoinette 1.5 away third, followed by Flash Jewel, Dooley Wilson, Turvey, Boston Princess. Then Something Free, Golden Boy, and River Jordan 8 lengths from the lead last of all. Coming onto the bend, 450 metres to go. Minotaur the inside, Kurabulka the outside. They're locked together. Kurabulka a touch in front of Minotaur. Lily Antoinette running third. Dooley Wilson on the inside. Then Flash Jewel, Turvey, Boston Princess, Something Free, and River Jordan. The favourite shot to the front, 250 metres out. She kicked away. She's a length and a half in front of Minotaur. He's forced to give her a couple of smacks with a whip, but she's booted away from them, Kurabulka. She's got them again. It's Kurabulka clear of Minotaur, Dooley Wilson, River Jordan flying home at the end, but Kurabulka's too strong for them, and Kurabulka was able to beat Minotaur. Photo for third. It's between Dooley Wilson and the fast finishing River Jordan. Then Boston Princess, Something Free, Lily Antoinette, Turvey, Flash Jewel, and Golden Boy was the last one home.
Numbers 1, 6 and a photo there after the running of the first event in missed it earlier in our telecast. The winner Caledonian Concord, $2.75 and 80 cents. Second was Zealand Grey, $1.65. Third Syerga, $1.50. First Quinella was $17.35, and the Trifecta $266.30 after the running of race number 1 at Moonee Valley. Now we have one replacement for Pat. We'll have a replacement rider. Here's Brian.
Running. And they've jumped out in a pretty good line. Tilbury Temptation quickly dropping out to the back of the field, and one of the best away up towards the outside, Hall Strong and Julep. Regal Sentry away well, and behind them settling KARRARA Lad. On the outside in Chanteur with Game Patrol, and getting right up on the inside, the 3-year-old Brave Flight is handy. Further back then in the field when they settle down, came Noble C, and they're followed by Monsist. Then Lord Lonsdale, a good gap to My Court Jewel on the outside of Tilbury Temptation. Last of all, Paris Tram. Up with 2,100 metres to go, and Brave Flight went out a length and a half, Hall Strong. Julep out 3 deep. On the fence, KARRARA Lad today. Regal Sentry on the outside of it, and in Chanteur 3 deep. Noble C back on the inside of Game Patrol, 2 to Lord Lonsdale. Over on the inside, Monsist, 3 to My Court Jewel. Inside at Tilbury Temptation, and 3 lengths last of all, Paris Tram. At the judges' circuit to go, about 1,750 from home, and the leader Brave Flight going out of the straight a length and a half in front of Hall Strong and Jewel, about 3 wide. On the fence, KARRARA Lad, a half Regal Sentry, and on the rail, Noble C and Chanteur 3 deep, a length Game Patrol. 1.5 further back, Monsist, on the outside of it, racing a little wide there, Lord Lonsdale, followed by My Court Jewel. Tucked away on the fence, Tilbury Temptation, and 2 last of all to Paris Tram. Running down with 1,450 metres to go, and the leader is Brave Flight, a length in front of Hall Strong, a half. Julep still out 3 deep. KARRARA Lad's getting a nice run 4th over on the inside, then Regal Sentry. Under the whip in Chanteur 3 deep. Noble C the rail, 2 then to Game Patrol. They got out 3 lengths, Lord Lonsdale on the outside of Monsist, a length My Court Jewel. Tilbury Temptation is under a bit of pressure, and last of all is Paris Tram. Into the back straight they race with about 1,000 to go. Julep, after sitting wide, went up to take the lead from Brave Flight. Game Patrol letting go around the outside with Hall Strong, and they've raced up to Julep now. Then KARRARA Lad off the fence, a length into Enchanteur. Then came Lord Lonsdale, Regal Sentry, Noble C, 4 to My Court Jewel. 3 to Tilbury Temptation at the 800 from Monsist and Paris Tram. Coming up now, 750 out. In the middle, Hall Strong went up to Julep. Out 3 deep is Game Patrol. Right behind them, KARRARA Lad trying to angle its way out outside at Lord Lonsdale. 5 lengths, Regal Sentry and Chanteur, and then further back, My Court Jewel. Tilbury Temptation a mile from them. At the 600 metre mark now, and on the outside, Lord Lonsdale's got up to grab the lead from Julep and Hall Strong. Game Patrol struggling. KARRARA Lad pulled to the outside with a late run. 3 lengths into My Court Jewel, running on well. On the turn they race, Lord Lonsdale in front. Here's KARRARA Lad looming up, though. He's grabbed them today, and KARRARA Lad took the lead now from Lord Lonsdale, My Court Jewel and Julep. KARRARA Lad shot away, though, in the straight. He's going to break through finally today. 4 lengths in front of My Court Jewel and Lord Lonsdale, but a very deserved win here for KARRARA Lad. Kept going by Dawkins, wins by 2 lengths. KARRARA Lad 2.5 in the run home. Second is My Court Jewel, a length away third, Lord Lonsdale, a gap to Julep, then Tilbury Temptation, Game Patrol, Hall Strong, Paris Tram, and then Regal Sentry and Chanteur, Noble C, Monsist, and last is the early leader, pulling up Brave Flight.
85 and 60. Second was Minotaur, 95 cents, and third Dooley Wilson, $5.35. Quinella, $3.75. Trifecta, $121.25. 1, 6 and 8. The numbers after the first in Brisbane. The second was My Court Jewel, $1.15, and third Lord Lonsdale, $1.75. The Quinella was $9, Trifecta $165.20, and the running double, the first running double on Caledonian Concord and KARRARA Lad, a dividend of $10.80. Now they're moving in pretty well.
A bit unsteady. They're off. New Ava missed it a length on the inside, and Dragon Path away well. So was Gold Charade. There's trouble early. The rider has been tipped off. Which one is it? Looks like it could be Pleasant Moment, or it might be Gold Charade. Anyway, we'll settle now as getting back to the lead. It's Pleasant Moment's lost the rider. The leader is Gold Charade, a length on Great Hunter. Third Raise the Tempo, then Cafe Opera, followed closely by Sonza Verti and then Alibaba. A length the Royal Pardon, and 1 further back in the field, Venus Arana, Brinny, followed closely by Jack Mac, Kazan, Silver Stardom, Just a Cowboy, Dragon Path, and then New Ava, followed by Street Kingdom, and Pleasant Moment's lost Peter Cook. Gold Charade in front, travelling to the corner, a length on Great Hunter. In third position on the outside as they turn the corner, Cafe Opera, followed on the inside by Raise the Tempo, Royal Pardon next, then Sonza Verti, and a length further away is Postcode and Just a Cowboy. Now here comes Royal Pardon going after Great Hunter and Gold Charade at the 200, and then Just a Cowboy, followed by Brinny and then Cafe Opera. Great Hunter put the head in front, Brinny coming home well with Royal Pardon on the outside. Great Hunter grabbed by Royal Pardon and Brinny. Royal Pardon Pardon the outside, and Brinny go to the line, and Royal Pardon, I believe, has wanted a nose to Brinny. Photo for third two between Just a Cowboy Or on the inside, Great Hunter. Then came Gold Charade and Postcode, followed home by Jack Mac Cafe Opera, Raise the Tempo. Further back in the field was Silver Stardom, then Dragon Path, Ali Baba, Sons of Verti, and further back Street Kingdom, Venus Arana. Then you have a Kazan was last. Here's the riderless Pleasant Moment going down into the 2,000 metre chute, and in hot pursuit is the trainer.
Well, there it is, a photo into Adelaide. We do have the picture off the Sydney line there, so we might be able to pick it up from there. And let's see if we can. There it is now, so let's take you to Ron Patch.
Martini Wonder and also KARRARA, followed by, just in behind them, Sonic Zoom. They were followed close behind by Fantastic Toy as they settle. Around the outside, fair work of horses. Getting back in the field in the early part then is Tempo Time, and also well back too as they come before the turn now is Star Pearl, who's one of the last. Midnight George has a few in front of it. They come towards the turn, and KARRARA took over narrowly from Arms Cash, I believe. Martini Wonder, Sonic Zoom. Close Handy Fair Work runs a fair race from Jungle Tales in the outside division. They were followed by Fantastic Toy, and further back then came, making a bit of ground tax exempt, Midnight George is well back on the field with those, and then Fair Tempo heading the others. Martini Wonder lays down the challenge. Sonic Zoom comes at the pair, battling on KARRARA. KARRARA the inside, Martini Wonder, but Sonic Zoom's going to blouse the pair. Sonic Zoom on the outside is drawing clear, and Sonic Zoom too solid wins it from KARRARA. Martini Wonder, fair work, a nice run. Arms Cash, Jungle Tales, I believe, followed further back then by Midnight George, and they were followed by Tempo Time. In that division too was Foster Child. Well back behind those came Tax Exempt, pulling up quickly Pennant Match, one of the last ones in, and Star Pearl also towards the tail.
And the Flemington trained horse Sonic Zoom, number 4, a first starter, being successful, ridden by Johnny Didham, second place and going 85 cents. Brinny was second, paying $3.20. Just a Cowboy third, $6.90. Quinella, $46.45. And the trifecta, $1,955.65. That's the result. Race number 2 in Sydney. Just there, they're not through. Now they are. Here's one.
And Gem Bisque began quickly. From out wide, Parsifal showing a little bit of speed and going up into a prominent position shortly after the jump is Rockard. Gem Bisque is now drifting back with Wilhelm, Mendham Lad and Latin Flair. KARRARA Heights about third last, racing a bit wide. Into the first bend, and there's no speed on. Rockard is cantering out in front, 1,200 metres out. Rockard leads by a length and a half. Dare to be Grand second, and a similar break to I'm a Blackout, pulling pretty hard third. Parsifal is the neck back fourth, trapped a little bit wide. Gem Bisque beating through in the middle. Empress Fury over on the inside. 2 to KARRARA Heights, 1.5 Mendham Lad. Then Latin Flair and Wilhelm last of all. 1,000 metres out. Rockard's the leader, leads by a length and a half. Dare to be Grand second. I'm a Blackout third. There's been no change in the order. Parsifal fourth on the outside, still 3 wide. Gem Bisque in the middle, and up on the inside is Empress Fury. Then KARRARA Heights, Mendham Lad. Then Latin Flair and Wilhelm's last of all. A bit more speed on. He's going to try and pinch it by the looks of it on Rockard, and Rockard dashed away to lead by 3 or 4 lengths. Dare to be Grand second. I'm a Blackout third. Then Parsifal, Empress Fury. Gem Bisque in the middle. 2 to KARRARA Heights, Mendham Lad, Wilhelm and Latin Flair last. Rockard the leader coming onto the home turn, 450 metres out. He's coming back to them. Rockard will straighten up a length and a half clear of Dare to be Grand and I'm a Blackout. Parsifal now pulled to the outside. Then Gem Bisque, Empress Fury. KARRARA Heights back behind a wall of horses, and Mendham Lad to the outside. Rockard's kicked again, 200 metres out. Rockard's a length and a half in front of Dare to be Grand and I'm a Blackout. Empress Fury running on gamely, and then Parsifal, but Rockard's going to be too strong for them in the run home. He gave him a little bit of a breather just before the corner, and that left plenty of gas in the tank, and Rockard's been able to score. Rockard first, Dare to be Grand second, I'm a Blackout probably third, and they were running 1, 2, 3 most of the way.
Right, the numbers 9, 3 and 5. The winner, Rockard, second.
Paneria. Now they're ready to go. Lights on, they're off and running. They bounced out in a pretty good line too. Call Me George getting back after the start with Spillane out wide. Private Enterprise Paneria began fast with Metric Kingdom, Call Me Boots behind them. Lord of the Mist moving up on the all white from Prince Aluminium, Cherry Hills. Initial wave is wide around Black Manor, right off the track Singing Lad. Then further back in the field, Silver Blade, Our Boy George and Spillane on the first turn. The leader, Private Enterprise, nearly a length on the outside, second Paneria. Third on the fence, Metric Kingdom. Lord of the Mist out, 1 off the fence, out 3 deep Black Manor and 4 wide Initial Wave. Going up towards the lead, about 2 then to Singing Lad, Trap Deep. Around Prince Aluminium on the fence, Call Me Boots, 2 to Cherry Hills. A length and a half, Our Boy George, Spillane 3 deep, and a length to the grey Silver Blade. At the 850 metre turn and getting up on the inside, Private Enterprise led by a half length. Panaria second, a length and a half, Initial Wave third. Back in the middle, Lord of the Mist, Metric Kingdom losing ground on the fence. Around it goes Black Manor. Call Me Boots got off the fence from Singing Lad, 2 to Cherry Hills. Spillane taken deep and further back Prince Aluminium. Then Our Boy George and 4 to Silver Blade. 650 out. Panaria went up to Private Enterprise, a length and a half, then to Black Manor third. And running on, Initial Wave starting to struggle from Singing Lad, Call Me Boots hard ridden. On the fence, Lord of the Mist under pressure and 3 to Cherry Hills. Then a gap to Prince Aluminium, Metric Kingdom and well back Spillane and Our Boy George. Panaria went to the front on the turn, 300 out. About a length in front now of Private Enterprise. Black Manor pulled to the outside, battling on. 3 lengths further back, Lord of the Mist, and they're followed by Initial Wave and Call Me Boots. Panaria straightened, joined by Black Manor. Black Manor on the outside went up to Panaria, who's fighting back. Black Manor got a neck in front of Panaria, coming back. Black Manor a neck in front of Panaria, getting towards the line. Black Manor just in front of Panaria. Black Manor hanging on. Black Manor ahead on the post, Panaria. 3 away third, Cherry Hills. A gap, Private Enterprise, and then Initial Wave. Then came Lord of the Mist, a gap to Prince Aluminium, Singing Lad, Our Boy George, Metric Kingdom. A long way back then, Call Me Boots, Spillane. Tailed off is Silver Blade. Judge
Next Zoom number 4, paying $6.40 and $1.30. Second, KARRARA, paid $1, and third was Martini Wonder, paying 75 cents. Quinella, $22.60, and the trifecta, $189.45 on race 1 in Adelaide. The second in Brisbane, 9, 3 and 5. Rockard paid $10.80 and $2.35. Second, Dare to Be Grand, 85 cents. Third, I'm a Blackout, $1.50. Quinella, $25.85. And the trifecta, $672.45. So that brings you up to 90 for the win and 90 cents for the place. Second was Panaria, number 6, paying 90 cents. Third, number 1, Cherry Hills, returned $1 even. The Quinella was $9.35. Trifecta $54.85, and the running double on 4 and 3, KARRARA Lad and Black Manor, paid a dividend of $13.15. And a field of 6, here's Ian.
Way. Swiftly Carson best to begin, but Quartet didn't jump brilliantly, and neither actually did Gay Nimbus or Moscow Square. But Quartet's going up on the inside now, particular with no speed on, just leading from Quartet. A length to Swiftly Carson, followed by So Joyful on the inside, 2 lengths to Gay Nimbus and a half Moscow Square. Past the 1200 they run, and particular leads. Quartet is reefing and pulling second, and Swiftly Carson was slightly checked there and dropped back to second last. Going to the first corner at the 1,000 metres, and particular about to be headed off by Quartet. Johnston wasn't happy with the farcical speed, so he sent the Dr. Jeff Chapman trained youngster around the outside to lead 3 particular. Gay Nimbus the outside, Swiftly Carson went off the rails, a length So Joyful, 2.5 Moscow Square. At the 700 metres, and Quartet the leader, a length on particular, followed by Gay Nimbus, and then Swiftly Carson followed a length back by So Joyful, and still 3 lengths to Moscow Square. It's Quartet the leader as they travel to the home corner. Quartet's about 3/4 to a length on particular. Swiftly Carson about to come into the picture. He's 3 deep, the widest Gay Nimbus. And as Quartet's hung, So Joyful gets a dream run up on the inner. They straighten now at the 300 metres. Swiftly Carson just leads particular. Quartet, So Joyful drop back on the rail. Now at the 200 metres, Swiftly Carson. Yes, he really accelerates, and Swiftly Carson put 2 lengths on particular. It's starting to weaken. Moscow Square runs on from Quartet, but this is 3 for Cummings and 3 for Marshall, as Swiftly Carson wins it easily. Second placing going to Moscow Square. There's nothing between Quartet and particular for third, followed by So Joyful, and last was Gay Nimbus.
Yes, well, as Ian Craig said, Swiftly Carson making it 3 winners for JB Cummings and 3 winners for J Marshall, and moves for the others. They've just jumped. Here's Ron.
And it's a bit of a patchy start. Galveston Gal out wide jumped away fairly with them. Antaro the inside, and Scornabella didn't jump all that quickly. Neither did Starkey Miss. Away fast Indiana Princess with On the Rise and showing speed. Galveston Gal out deep. In that division 2 was moving through the field. Flair's Hope showing some good toe. Ken Rowley was with those on settling, and then Scornabella working up to about 6th. And over on the outside, Brethren is trapped a bit deep. And in that division 2, Ken Rowley as they come to the turn. Getting up along the inside, Tree of Renown, followed now by Galveston Gal, who's drifted back a bit. Starkey Miss, Royal Fire back there. Antaro not in the race at the moment. Kid Boucher last for home. On the rise, got a length in front of Indiana Princess. The run comes for Marquee Wonder, who's after it now, and running on Tree of Renown behind them. At the 200, whips are produced here, where Marquee Wonder's after on the rise, picks it up now, and then switching around the pair is Tree of Renown, but Marquee Wonder got a 2-length break on Tree of Renown. On the rise, battles on, and then Indiana Princess, the rider dropped the shillelagh, but Marquee Wonder, much too good, goes home for young Esmond, wins it by nearly 3. In second placing, Tree of Renown, she'll derive great benefit out of that. Third on the rise, battled on well. They were followed then out wide by Antaro, a big run flashing up. Indiana Princess knocked up. Further back in the field, Royal Fire, followed by Scorner Bella, Brethren. Can Rolling next in, Flares Hope, Kid Boucher, Galveston Gal, Starkey Miss pulling up at the tail.
Another Victorian trained horse there in race number 2 in Adelaide. Number 4, Marquee Wonder, ridden by apprentice G. Esmond. Second placing to 10, Tree of Renown, Peter Shepherd, and third, number 1, On the Rise, ridden by Michael Carson. 4, 10 and 1 on race 2 in Adelaide. The third coming up there at 2:05, the Classic Conquest handicap, and there are no scratchings and getting set as they appear to be right. No, still one riderless.
They're set. Line's good and they're racing. Off to a pretty good start. He missed it just a shade, General Warning. Flash's Sun and Dihindai showing plenty of dash in the early part, with Dihindai going to a clear lead. Flash's Sun second, Able Adventure third. General Warning driving up along the inside into about 6 spot at the moment. La Pazette now, Kid showing speed, and so is Nordic Lair. Mint Toffee trapped out fairly wide, followed by Better Believe. Coal Diesel getting well back in the field. Cougal's Rocket on the inside. Prince Avon Meeper a long way back, and Zulu Raids last of all heading down the side, and Dihindai is eased in front, joined now by Flash's Sun, 650 metres out. Flash's Sun the outside ahead in front of Dihindai. Able Adventure 2 lengths away third, followed by La Pazette, another 2 to General Warning. He's fifth on the inside, 6 lengths from the lead, I guess, followed by Nordic Lairs, who's up on the outside there of General Warning. Then Cougal's Rocket, our Kid, followed by Mint Toffee. One's lost their rider. There's one down the side there, has dislodged the jockey as they straighten up now, and it's Flash's Sun going to the lead from Dihindai, who's kicking again on the inside. Here's La Pazette at them quickly, and General Warning now pulled to the extreme outside, then Able Adventure. La Pazette shot to the lead, 150 metres out. General Warning struggling to get him. Now he puts a couple on him with the whip. He puts his mind on the job, and the General race straight past La Pazette, and Able Adventure flashing home at the end. But General Warning's too strong, and General Warning goes on and wins it pretty easily. General Warning first, Able Adventure second, La Pazette or Cougal's Rocket in a Fado for third, followed by Better Believe, Dihindai, Flash's Sun, Coal Diesel, then Mint Toffee. Well, back in the field was Nordic Lair, our Kid, Zulu Raid, and Prince Avon. That riderless one there, number 8. What is it?
Well, number 8, Wayne, I can tell you, is Meeper. 1, 2 and a photo. Marquee Wonder was first, $1.60 and 80. Second, Tree of Renown, $1.05. Third, On the Rise, 80 cents. Quinella paid $4.10. Trifecta, $28.85. 4, 10 and 1. They are official after race 2 at Cheltenham in South Australia.
In that green cap goes up, and they're set to go. 19 fences, and the Ainsley China Hiskins, they're off and running this time. And they bounced out on a very good line too. On the outside, River Amos, Derry Donald, and beginning well is Balvari as they measure the first fence, and they're all over safely. Derry Donald, Sir Tegan, Little River Amos goes up on the outside now at the judge, and River Amos works over, and he'll lead out of the straight by a length and a half to Derry Donald. Naples Gem went up on the outside, the grey up towards the lead. Derry Donald nestled away third to the inside, and then Blondo around Sir Teak. Further back, Iron Gate Questland, a length and a half, Balvari, then Golden Sino, Prince Lindell, Tidal River last of all. Naples Gem heading out wide, River Amos stuck to the fence, Blondo tracking out deep. First to the treble down the side the first time, and River Amos got right into that fence. Here's the second one